Hey, this is just a quick rundown from my rig. A lot of people have been asking, a lot of the geeks like me kind of want to know what's going on. This is the brains of the operation, the Boss RC-600 loop station. I've got this set up for track 1 in multi-mode, track 2 single mode, track 3 single mode, track 4 single mode, and this is undo redo for track 1. The only thing I ever have coming into track 1 is my drums, my percussion. I've got track 5 set up on this FS7 here. It's only, I don't have any overdubs on that, and it's a multi-mode just in case I want to throw in some little extra accent somewhere. All stop, all start, and that's my all clear. This is a foot pedal for my hand sonic drum pad. It gives me I generally use that for a crash. I've got a little MIDI Captain MIDI controller that I use. It gives me a little extra functionality. I've got some effects and some undos. I use these for undos for tracks 2, 3, and 4. I use the single mode, to go between parts in a song. Got a little mixer there. It's just a little mini mixer. It does the job just fine. My cable, I've got them bundled together there, my little snake. And what that does is it keeps me from having to have an individual cable every single time. I've got them all together, and they just kind of wrap around this. I built that little two-tier, I don't know if you can tell or not, it's a little two-tier board that I built in my shop, my wood shop. I also built this pedal board. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I've got the cutouts through there for my cables. That's my TC Helicon Voice Live 2. For kind of vocal effects, I do some light harmony vocals. I try not to overdo that. It can sound cheesy if you do too much, but I like the reverbs and the delays and the compression in that. It gives me just a real nice finish on my vocals. My pedal board, this is, we'll start right here. I've got this old trusty Line 6 Pod HD 500X. I've had this thing for years, and it's, kind of a multi-processor. It's got a lot of amp modeling and that sort of thing. I use it, for the most part, for the amp modeling. I'll use some reverbs on that, some delays, chorus, tremolo, that sort of thing, phaser, just sparingly when needed. But most of my pedals I use here are, kind of the old-fashioned. I've got my Boss wireless from my guitar, and it goes into this little AB switch here that I can switch between, going through the guitar, or I can go up here to this Electro Harmonics Bass 9. It kind of converts my electric guitar into a bass guitar. It's got a pretty nice precision bass sound. You can see my settings there on my knobs. It's what I like, not going to be for everybody, but I keep this compressor, this exotic SP compressor on there. I think it's my little magic box. It really gives a nice sound for the guitar, I think. I can flip over to this Boss AC3. It's an acoustic simulator. It kind of gives me it's a doable, acoustic guitar to throw into songs. It's not going to fool anybody if you play it by itself, but when you blend it in with a song, you'd be surprised. It actually isn't bad. Gives a little extra body in there. My Bad Monkey, that got famous a few years ago when somebody posted a video comparing it to some of the $1,000 tube screamers, but I love that thing. I've had it. I think I paid 30 or $35 for it, something like that. I use this little gravity delay. It's a very cheap low-end delay. I only use it as a slapback effect. As you can tell, I've had it on there. The Hall of Fame reverb, I use that when I want a little extra reverb, just a real, I don't know, what you'd call it, but you know, just a lot of reverb. If I want a lot, I'll use that. Otherwise, I'll use my HD-500 for kind of my standard reverbs. And then, you know, I've got this GE7 equalizer. As you can tell, if you know anything about these, you can tell what I use it for by the way the dials are, or the sliders rather. I use this as a solo boost. So just to try to, instead of cranking the volume up, I like to crank the mids up instead. And then I've got another foot pedal there. This one goes into my keyboard. This is just the sustain pedal for my Roland VR09. This is, I've kind of always kind of like this particular keyboard. It suits my needs, and so on and so forth. And then of course, you know, you got Misty over here. This is my Strat. I've got a couple of guitars, but this is my newest one, and she's definitely my favorite. Don't tell the others, but you know. Anyway, that's what I've got. That's the long 6-minute version of what I do. 55 foot switches. Absolutely ridiculous, I know, but it kind of gives me a full band sound-ish. And I have a lot of fun with it, so that's what I'm doing.